All right, so we got the TST. This is the R002 that we're gonna be putting together here. So I got in the user manual, it starts with all the steps that you need to. So we're looking at the kickstand. So it says unpack the e-bike. The first video was the unpacking of the e-bike, just trying to tell you what it was. Remove the entire package, foam and ribbon, be gentle if you use scissors. So we do have a couple more pieces that we need to remove right here. We're gonna make all that happen because it's super important. So let's go ahead and finish that up with regards to it all and see what we're working with. Making sure we don't cut anything, any extras, just kind of staying close to it all. And there's a lot of stuff going on here all over the bike, a lot of little pieces going on. So just, you know, making sure you're kind of hitting all the areas. Really easy to cut. I like these, they're really easy, simple to use and cut. Let's get in here, just like that. And then we'll kind of more unfold this bike one step at a time. Uh-oh, here we go. Now we got the wheel coming apart. There it is. So look at that, that thing is absolutely beefy. 30 Ti tire right there. That thing looks sweet. Absolutely sweet. Let's go ahead and pop that off. And now we are able to get the last piece off right here. Kind of being gentle here. There we go. Look how big this tire is. That thing is super, super sweet. At the end of the day, let's set this off to the side. Okay. Looks like our disc brake right there. I like to just make sure I'm cleaning up. Now we're gonna get into putting it together. I don't know if we need that piece. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it pops off. Okay. So here we are looking at the beginning of this, installing the kickstand. So you do get all the tools that come along with this. Let's go ahead and set all these out so we can see what we're working with. Each one of them should be marked properly, which is important. And then you're looking for a 5 mil. And then we are also looking for our kickstand. Good news is you can take it right here. Check it out, a little bigger and perfect size. So this is what we're looking for. Good news is you can get into this really easily. Start cutting the rest of these away. We got our pieces over here. We'll set that off to the side. We'll need that in just a minute. Okay. All right. Let me where our battery's located. Gonna be in here, so we'll kind of need to be able to see that. And I got most of these off here. Handlebars, here we go. So we can actually manage this down. Look how beefy this battery is. Look at that. That thing's huge. That's crazy. Let's not drop that piece. Set that down. There we go. Next thing. Oh, we are cooking now. A whole lot different than putting together a bicycle from before, right? Back in the day, we used to put together bikes, no problem. Now we're putting together e-bikes. So it's kind of wild. See all the different pieces. There we go. All right. I don't know what's in our last mystery box here. Let's see what we got. This is a headlight, guarantee it. Yep, headlight. So we got our headlight to be able to hook up. That's cool. Check that out. That's super beefy. Very cool. Oop. All right. Set that off to the side. All right. So now we are in it. All of our pieces. We got to do our kickstand. So kickstand is going to be back by here. This is where it's going to be held on, I guarantee it. So we're taking a look at it. So it's going to be on the back wheel area. So we're going to be holding on right here. And taking a look at this, it actually, so you want to back the screws out, and then you're going to put them in the opposite direction. So that's kind of unique. So we're going to back these screws out here. So put the kickstand in the back of the frame, align the screws, the pre-lock screws, keep the motor cable above the kickstand, put the kickstand on the stable, the e-bike. Okay, so we're going to take these off. Got it. And then now, we're going to go through, just like that. So I don't know if you can see this. I might get you a little bit closer. Down, see if we can get this in. Now, key is with any and all screws that you're doing, you want to take your time to make sure that you do not cross thread anything. That's really, really important. So as we're looking at all this stuff, I'm going to take my time to really make sure that I'm not cross threading anything. I'm setting it on super gently, screwing it in super gently. It's really important we do that. Because if we cross thread, now we're in trouble. We're not gonna be able to get it apart, and we're gonna lose what we're working with here. All right. This one's been a little bit of a booger on the back. It's okay. Let me see if I can get you in so you can see a better view of it. Bear with me, guys. So we're working on the back of the motorcycle, or not the motorcycle. We're working on the back of the unit, and with the back of it, you're going to notice some of the things here. So we're working on the back of it. We're putting in the kickstand right here, like I said. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to work on one side at a time, and you can see where this is at. Kind of tighten this guy down a little bit. Now that'll allow me to get this screw set. And there we go. Oh, so much easier. All right. Okay. There we go. Easy peasy. Look at that. Tighten that guy down. Making sure that the cable is on the top of the screws, so that's super important. Now, next thing is we want to install the front wheel. So before we do that, we also need to use the kickstand. So it says to put the kickstand out, so that's very important. And then what we're going to do is look to install the front wheel. So I'm going to kind of utilize this to my advantage, backing up in this area that I have. That's really why I did this. Stick it up. There we go. Now at this point in time, installing the front wheel, we got a couple things we need to do. So use the 15mm wrench. So we're going to take this piece out right here. Hopefully you can see that. Let me make sure you guys can see. Yeah. So let me rotate you down a little bit. So here we go. We're going to take off this bolt right here using the 15. So they are labeled. So we're going to make that happen. It's 15. Okay. just like that. Be able to go here, loosen this guy up, and we're good to go. So it says remove the anti-rattle clip from the brake caliper as well. So we got to look to do that. So that is number 2. So from the brake caliper. So there is an anti-rattle clip. Put this back on. Okay, remove the anti-rattle clip from the brake caliper. Note, this is packaging material and may be discarded. So where is that? That is in here. And there's my brakes. I think we're okay though. I think we are okay. Alright, so we're going to skip that for now. So they do give you a whole setup here on how to do this. So we actually have to follow the directions with regards to it. So it says unscrew one side of this. Okay, remove the 2, which is the safety hook, the flat washer, and the sleeve washer. So boom, boom, and boom. We're going to remove those pieces. Okay. And then remove the long sleeve. This, the casting, is packaging material, so remove the long sleeve. Okay, we're going to take the screw, or take the wheel. We're going to put this through. Okay. Install, which is going to be the sleeve washer, the washer, then you have the safety hook, and you have your screw. Okay, there we have it. Got it. Easy peasy. Look at that. We are cooking now. So let's get this picked up. Now at this point in time, we are going to lift up our end. We need to put our tire in, like so. Want to make sure we're following the directions on where all this goes. That's kind of the next thing. So let's follow the directions here. Okay, so what you want to see is your, if I turn this sideways, you're going to notice it. You're going to see your nut, you're going to see your safety hook, you're going to see a washer, and then our spacer. That's the important part of where we're going at this point in time. So we definitely got to make sure we are there with regards to it. So it looks like our one side is in the right spot. Now we're going to go to our other side. Need to loosen this guy up. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay. Now you might have to unscrew your bolt a little bit, give yourself a little bit of room so you can kind of go right and left a little bit. So we can set down. There we go. Now we are on. There it is. All right. So once you're on, now we have to do a couple things. We need to make sure our safety hook is actually hooked in this. So a couple things you can do is loosen it up. Now go to tighten it back. Now rotate your safety hook all the way around. Find the spot and then tighten it back down. Once you're kind of in your spot, which is super important. Now we can go the other side. Loosen up, rotate, tighten it back down. Guys, and there you have it. At this point in time, you are able to put on your front wheel. You are able to make this happen. Let's go ahead and see. That is how we're gonna sit, and that looks absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you guys have seen that much. We're kind of cooking through this. We're going to look at the directions. I like to set and analyze where we're at this point in time just to know that we have it done in the right way, which is super important. So kind of see where you're at, make sure you've gotten everything ready to be tightened down, and we'll get to the next part of the video.